Good morning. I believe you can hear me now. I don't know what was happening there. I will start again at the beginning. So, welcome everybody. Welcome, MGN. Good to see you here today. It's all very good to have you on this morning. Good morning to also, we've got a new name I've not seen before. Krushnasa Pute. Is that Sri Lankan or Indian maybe? Good to have you here on the live stream this morning. Apologies for the lack of sound. We don't have an explanation for it. I may have been on mute. Don't know who pressed that, and I don't know why. But welcome to the Apex Brotherhood official live stream. It is Friday, the 15th of May, 2026, and we are going to have a look at some Forex news first of all, and then we're going to go on to have a look at the charts. Anyone in the chat who is here today and wants any particular pair or asset looked at, give me a shout and I'll do my best. I'm not sure if William Davies, our founder at the Apex Brotherhood, will be joining me this morning. He likes to go to the gym at this time in the morning and set himself up for the day, which is what the Apex Brotherhood is all about, is being the best version of yourself, whether that's through fitness, lifestyle, and of course, why we're all here today for the trading. It is all for entertainment purposes only. Don't follow my trade. That's Krushna is saying Indian. Yeah, welcome. Are you in India? Welcome from wherever you are in the world. The diaspora of Indians is wide and far, so you could be anywhere, I suppose. But if you're in the UK or in India, wherever you are today, wherever you are in the world, namaste. Namaste, Mary Dost. Good to see you this morning. That's all the Hindi I know. If you speak Hindi, because there's a multitude of languages in India, including English, which is actually one of the main spoken languages there. Good morning, Elias, in the Wilds Trades. Nice to see you here today. Welcome to the stream. Ke hal hai? Hope you're well today. Remind me where you are from, Elias. You are somewhere where, maybe the Greek islands, was that right? I can't remember. You can let me know in the chat. MGN saying he's not feeling great today, waiting for the GU breakdown for 2 weeks. Then it happened without me. Well, not in the charts. Yeah, we'll speak about that later. I had similar experience with gold. Started trading gold last week or this week on a demo. Everyone else was saying this is terrible, gold is not moving. Well, meanwhile I'm scalping it from one side of the range to the other, and then when that stopped happening it went without me because that wasn't what I was used to seeing on it. So a successful range scalp for the last few days. We come out in profit yesterday after a little bit of swinging for the fences to the tops and the bottoms, and then it just dropped. I'm guessing GU would have done the same thing. EU certainly did, so I'm going to bring that up in a minute as well. Elias is confirming he is from Crete, so I was right. That is definitely a Greek island. I know no Greek at all, so I can't... no, nothing. I don't know anything. Apologies for that. I always like to have a little bit of every language, but the Hellenica has passed me by. So I'll maybe try and rectify that for next week. Elias, good to see you in again. Nice to have you here today. So I was talking about the news, and it is a pretty news-free day. President Xi Jinping is meeting with the United States of America, President Trump, all day today. That will be well underway as China in the time zones is into the later part of the day in the afternoon now. So they will be well underway with Trump scheduled to leave today, I believe. Looks like they're making their best efforts to be friends and not bring up anything awkward. So kind of nice for the stability of the markets. Unpredictable volatility, no. Volatility, not so much. But the markets get a chance to reset, and anything on Truth Social from Donald Trump will have been quiet since he's engaged with being wined and dined by the Chinese. We've got Donald Trump. Yeah, just a bit of complimentary stuff to Xi Jinping and negativity towards the President Biden administration, etc. The usual. Yeah, nothing since yesterday. Okay, so that's the truths of the day. First squawk, Ukrainian forces. You know, the Ukrainian war drags on. That's well built into the markets now. Anything that's... Trump is leaving Beijing after boarding Air Force One, yeah, so 45 minutes ago. He's already on his way back to whatever comes next. It is the weekend, bear in mind, so bear in mind that once Trump's back in the comfort of the White House, he may well decide to push the markets over the weekend with his version of what happened in Beijing. We've got some Euro news there. Bund. Germany warns of noticeable economic slowdown. Japanese yields on the JGB is up 4%. So that's all in the last hour. It doesn't seem to be anything kicking off, so to speak. US rejects Iran's 14-point proposal to end the war, maintains hardline stance on nuclear talks. Okay, that's local media, local to the US presumably. Let's see if there's anything else interesting. No, it doesn't look like there's anything that's kicking off at the moment. So let's just go straight onto the charts and have a look at what is happening on Forex today, first of all, because that's what I trade. Although I haven't been, I'm still on a pause after going slightly on tilt. Just remembering that's the bin lorry outside collecting the paper recycling bin, which I realise I've just forgotten to put out. Also discovered a leak in my bathroom, not the vegetable. I do have leaks in the kitchen, but they're going in soup later on this morning. But yeah, I've got a small leak in the cold feed to the cistern in the bathroom upstairs, and that's the bin not getting collected outside. And I still do have a little bit of a cold, so apologies for my raspy voice. So let's go to the MT5. That would be better. That's the wrong one. Let's just close that down and we'll bring up this one. So just as MGN was alluding to, GU disappeared on the drop down without him. This is EU. This is euro dollar on the 15. There was what I expected to happen back on Wednesday when I drew this on. Never quite made it, but it kind of did it and then stopped just as MGN saying it's went into this range here over the period of a couple of days, and then it's just smashed out of it towards approaching New York close yesterday, and overnight it's taken a nice 60 pips to the downside. So that was in euro dollar. So it did eventually do that and stopped right where the end of my line is. That was where I was looking for it to go on Tuesday. Wasn't in the trade, unfortunately, either, MGN, so it's gone without both of us. And gold as well. I was scalping gold. What I've realised, I'll talk about gold actually after. Let's concentrate on euro dollar. Euro dollar. Let's have a look. Where are we? Euro dollar. Let's bring up the main chart. Okay. Can we all see that? Yes, we can. Good. I'll have a look at GU after this MGN. So let's look at the bigger time frames first. I'm going to put my glasses on for this. Okay, so we're down. We're already crashed through support 1, as we can see on here. Just kind of bouncing off support 2, I suppose. Never quite made it. But if it's been ranging for a while, the resistance and support levels get a little bit out of skew. There's that That's what I was expecting it to do on Tuesday. I'll just take that off the chart if it'll let me. No, this must be on a different time frame. Okay, so on the 4 hour we can definitely see we're pushing down. The 4 hour is definitely to the downside, although it is beginning a little bit of stalling there. It is into the oversold territory on the MACD, suggesting it's maybe approaching the extreme of to where it can go, but it doesn't mean that it cannot go further, because there's definitely room to the downside there, even to reach the average daily range. It's still got, you know, a good 50 pips to go. If we're looking for the average daily range, which I've got here is 62 pips, and it's went 25 pips today, so I don't know how that adds up, but yeah, must be roughly right. Must be roughly right from where it's went to the upside and then to the downside. Is that the full range of the day would be from the high to the low, I suppose. So the high to the low at the moment is, well, that says 88 pips, so I don't know. None of it's making sense. But we know that the ADR is respected as a point of, not all the time, but it's respected as a point of bounce and target, I suppose. So where are we? We're down, but we're cautious because we're in this here. Also the volley is just kind of following on. It's not saying it's a power move as such. So there's not great momentum to the downside, and that momentum, as we can see, may well have just run out. We've got our histograms starting to rise, although this is the candle under development at the moment on the 4 hour, so it's not over yet. So we really need to see come 10 o'clock and the change of candles where it's going and what it's heading to. But it's certainly all reds, as we say, just since, well, late afternoon yesterday. New York session, it looks like it's started to drop. That would be from, in fact, the whole session yesterday, and it's then broken the lows and continued down, I believe. Yeah, there's on that, the hour is just showing us this bounce. We've also got a fair value gap in here, right in between ADR support 2 and where it's bouncing off support 3 and where it's bouncing off support 2. So yeah, there's on the daily, this is the daily, sorry, that was the 4 hour, I was looking at ADR, that doesn't line up, does it? So yeah, in the 4 hour we've got 30 pips. Yeah, 30 safe pips exactly to ADR, or 28 to be precise. And it looks like it's reversing here. We've been in oversold and it's coming back out. The RSI's heading up the way here. MACD looks like it's about to cross, but it hasn't yet. So again, just wait on that hour closing, wait on getting that cross to say it is actually doing that. We can't guess it because it can obviously touch. Will it be a third touch? It's been out, it's been back in, it's been out. Maybe needs to go over this 50, but we're not going to get much over the 50 as we're definitely in a downtrend as confirmed by the 4 hour. So if we're doing taking the reversal here, just be careful, your target's not going to be anywhere up. Good to the upside, it's at the moment, in fact at the moment, support 1's the next point of resistance, so, and it's almost at it. It's not, wouldn't be worth me taking, but you might have 4.5 pips back to support 1 into that to take that fair value gap. That would be a reasonable target, and then we'll look there to see if it wants to continue to the downside. So that would be my view on there. Just a tiny little, better doing this in the 15, possibly into here as a cautious target, or a point of entry rather. I would be looking at it as a point of entry. and then down to there to fully fill that fair value gap and just get within the zone of support 2. It might also go a little higher there, but I'd be cautious if it go much further than that, to be honest. And of course it might bounce again at here, at this support level 2. Okay, that's euro dollar. Let's just see what it is doing on the lower time frames. Yeah, 15, it's turning up, so that kind of confirms that this, I can never click these again, that this wants to go. We'll just click them all. We'll just keep clicking. We'll just click. I'll just spend the rest of the stream clicking. So yeah, it's 15 staying up, but possibly at reversing. So it's not got far to go up. 5 minute for precision entry. That's better. There's the moving, the 200 moving average as well, for staying under that. Yeah, it's certainly staying up in the 5 minutes as well. But in a downtrend, it might not be up for long before it continues down. So just be cautious. Let's put a fib on that as well, out of interest, because that is quite a nice drop there. Can't get rid of that one, fortunately. Let's put a fib on and see. So that's went to there. So taking the 23 there. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's retraced. It's taking the 23, then it's continued lower. Sorry, I need to update my fib, sir. I hate that colour, and I'll just get get to the right way around, roughly. Okay, so it's right on the 161.8 at the moment on that move to there, but it did kind of complete this. It did complete this move here because it's come back to the 23 or the 76, whatever round you want to look at, and then continued down. So the 127, yeah, it kind of hovered around about the 127, and it's currently rejecting the 161.8. So it's not really telling us that much more because in terms of targets, but if that is that move complete, and we're looking at the current down leg as a fib, which it's not valid yet because it's, if it comes back up into here, let's just have a look at that in the 15. Sorry, I know it's tiny for you guys. I'm not good at it. Yeah, so back to the 76 and then down to the 127, which would take us down into the realms of where I'm targeting on these moves here. Yeah, I would say that's what it's looking like. But could it also go back to the 50, to the daily high? It's certainly a point of consolidation here. It's stopped there, so that's possible too. So we need to be ready. Any stop I have would probably be above here, but I have wild and wide stops. Yeah, my stop would be way above there. Could it still come back here? Outside chance after this move, but it does need to return some of the energy back in, I believe. Any more in the charts? Let's have a look and see if GU's doing roughly the same thing. GU's also got its macro pressures of the leadership challenges that may or may not be underway, so we'll have a look at GU quickly. Similar story. Was that yesterday's prediction? Doesn't look like it worked out, does it? It did go down, but never came back up. So, yeah, again, we're a likely similar scenario on GBP USD. Looking at coming back up to this area. It's only at S1 on GU, looking to go down to support 2, but relaxing in the meantime fairly strongly. So yeah, we're getting a good relax there, so we're certainly up for the moment. But if you're playing it cautious and want to continue what is a nice down move, you know, you've got a good 20 pips to the upside before it potentially wants to take us back down. 70 pips to the downside. Yeah, so potentially up into here. Potentially. Maybe not quite as much as that. 13 pips. It's already happening, so some of us may, well, I always feel like I've missed the boat, so wait for the reversals, and that'll be looking good, even down into there. I like that for what looks like. We're up just now though, so wait on hourly closes before taking any view on that as the open as well. Down to the 15 now. Yeah, this area is looking nice. Is it likely to go into here? Doesn't look like it wants to. It's kind of sausaged. You know, it has sausage there. But it's up for now. There's no trade. There's no trade other than this one, which is that's still alright. 17 pips. Yeah, that might be worth taking. Let's have a look. It's up. Certainly up on the 15. Is it likely to reach? It's not reached oversold, overbought territory for ages. Not since a couple of days ago. So could it be exhausted? May it even not just make this high? Yeah, it looks like it's. Yeah, I would be a little cautious. I don't even know if it's going to go as high as that. It looks like it wants to. With the hourlies almost changing to the upside. Well, the hourly is looking to, but it's getting to this 50. Yeah, I'd be a little bit cautious about any trades to the upside, to be honest. 15, 5. Have a look at the 5. Certainly more opening up here. It's had a nice rejection. It's been in this oversold territory here. It's opening up. It's got nice momentum to the upside. The ball is flaring. The power's not out of it yet, although we are way out the top of the volley here, so it's not to say it can't keep continuing, like it does continue down, but remember we're going against the trend, so I'll be very cautious, and it is into overbought territory here. Yeah, I think that's on the turn, even though hour was looking to be turning up. 15 is up, 5 is definitely up, and with momentum. However, it's probably at the extreme, so I think I was a little early to call the relax to the upside. I think 5 still wants to come back a bit now. It's not turned yet, but it's turning. The 1 minute will probably show us it has turned. Yeah. 1's up though, so yeah. So we've got a little room to the upside. Cautious, just wait on it showing its hand, and then continue to the downside. Anyone else in the chat this morning who's watching on X? If you're watching on X, please say hello. Krushna also saying namaste. Shukriya. Krushna. Merbane hai. Right. Yeah. Right. Scott, where were you? You were going to look at something else. Aussie dollar. I've been avoiding Aussie dollar for a week. I've not really looked at it. So let's have a quick look at Aussie dollar. Yeah, so I've got my leak to fix later. That's the thing. It does look like it's just a tightening of the joint of the compression fitting. Sound like I know what I'm talking about. Amateur plumber. I like to do a bit of everything. If you don't know how to do it, have a look on YouTube. Flood your house and then get the real plumber out. Nah, I'm sure I can tighten a compression fitting. It's not rocket science. I'm not sure why it's happened though. Maybe just someone rocking the cistern or something, leaning against it. But yeah, I soaked floor this morning. The mat, there's a mat and it was sodden. So I thought there was maybe a little bit of people, others in the family just not getting dried properly before they get out of the shower. But turns out that's what it is. Right, Aussie dollar. Again, similar story to the other dollar pairs. It's a nice move to the downside. We've got move downwards. We've already touched it. Support 3 on Aussie dollar. Watching the ADR low. Still got lots of momentum to the downside on H4, but it's at the extreme, so maybe ready to turn. So caution, caution, caution to the downside. H1 already turning. It's been out in and it's been out. It's a hokey cokey that's shaking all about. It's down the downside on this one here, and it's turning, not quite crossed yet, so we've got no confirmation of the turn up, but at the back of the momentum that's on the H4, we might still be looking to continue down. So this reversal, relaxation, steam going out the move, may not have far to go. In fact, caution, maybe 12 pips to here, and then it might want to turn back down again as it reaches support above, well, resistance above. Support, now turned resistance, it's a support level. On the 15, definitely up. Getting a rounded retest here on the 50 on the RSI. Histograms so far on this candle not keeping the upwards divergence on the lines. Could it be about to turn down? Possibly. Will we get a nice move into here first? Possibly. But let's wait and see what it does. That would be our entries. And then if it goes without us to the downside, again, it's not got far on this, to be honest. I don't think there's much of a trade there, as I've not really got any target to the downside. The ADR is already ADR again, I suppose. It might want to take it into there. 16 pips to the downside at the moment. If it goes back up into here, yeah, I wouldn't be going any further than that. But it needs to break these lows, and it probably will because of the downward momentum we have. Onto UJ. Excuse me, my sniffing. We have Evan in the chat this morning. Evan, you missed my soundless start to the morning. For some reason on OBS, my microphone just seems to drop off every now and again when I open it, and I forgot to check that this morning, so my bad. Morning Scott, morning guys. Thanks Evan. The last true rebel trader into here today. Starmer's days are numbered. now, I see. Yeah, it doesn't look like he's going to survive. It looks like Wes Streeting is going to be... Well, we say that. Once a leadership contest kicks off, it's not always the person that seems most likely that makes it actually happen in the start. Sometimes there's outsiders, but Wes Streeting looks like the next one. And Evan's telling me my sound is good now, so appreciated. He was, and he is, and he's back. Yep, there he is. Sounds good. No, but yeah, cheers. Yeah, it was a bit of a 3 minutes of hidden gems this morning that were lost on everybody. But thanks to MGN for sorting me out. Right. UJ, just we were talking about that yesterday, weren't we, Evan? I mean, we had this. What is going on with what is going on with UJ in terms of it just doesn't look like its normal self. You know, normal volatility that we existed here. It's just kind of gone into a tight upwards range, but it did take off upwards yesterday, so we did get a little bit more of movement. It might just be these as I said yesterday, these big candles here throwing me off, looking like it's piddling along. So we have to the upside on here. Let's have a look at the 4 hour. These big candles are making this chart difficult to read. Okay, so we have had this move to the upside, which is good. It's now resisting that move and wanting to reverse. We've got a kind of cross or a turn down here on this last candle at the moment, but again, it's not finished yet, so I suggest it's looking to go down from here. Relax a little bit, but it is an up move, so the predominant strength is to the upside. Dollar is still showing as stronger than the yen, although they are kind of moving roughly together in strength, which is, it's not good to trade a pair whose strength is doing the same thing as the other. So yeah, there's not big moves in these 4 hour candles, is there? But again, it could just be, yeah, that's, I think we said everything. We worked out this yesterday. Yeah, I suppose there is. Right, yeah, it's hours showing as it's going down, but it's already to the downside. Yeah, it's resisted R1, never quite made it. Is there any targets to the downside if it's going down currently on the hour? Which it is. I would be happy it's down in a trade to take it short for the moment, but is there a target? It's down on 15. I probably wouldn't. Where's this low here? Yeah, this low here, I would be reluctant to target even into this fair value gap going against the trend. So we've not got much at the moment. Yeah, seven pips. There's a little bit of momentum building in the 15, but I don't think it's got far to go. It's at this low here. We've got flaring of the volley suggesting, yeah, there is strength in the down. But I'm saying I would be looking for an entry point to take it longer and get back up into here for 70 pips. That's more like it. But it could still come down to here. Could still come down to here. I think it's unlikely to take this rejection here and want to come any lower than this support. I don't think that's on the cards today. It looks like to the upside. So that kind of confirms all my other dollar pairs to the downside. Aussie not much got much to go. Pound and euro doing something similar, and UJ to the upside. That seems to be confluence there. We'll have a look at gold as we come into the last 20 minutes of the day. I feel like I've got low energy now. I feel like I'm just coasting along here. But we do have Will Davies. Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to the stream. Nice to see you today. Were you in the gym this morning? Did you hit the gym and get those guns built? Evan's telling us he's crude long today for me, by the way. I haven't touched oil, to be honest. Myself. Can I show you my oil chart? I can show you oil. It's not my oil chart. That should go over the top. There we go. That's a big chart. That's oil for the moment. I don't even have any of my indicators on. What's it doing? What did Evan say was he's long. So if he's been in early, he may well be taking profits now. But is he long? Is it taking this high? It's not. It's got a kind of high in here. I'm just looking at the raw price. There's a kind of high there. That's, will it break higher than that? We're getting a little bit of stability in through China and Iran. Iran seems to have taken the opportunity to move some big Chinese bound tankers and cargo out through the strait. A good timing, as the US blockade is not going to do anything to stop that, whilst the president himself is in China, you know. So, are you still long, Evan? Or do you think it's topping out here? It's certainly taken 3 tries there. Obviously, we've still got this area in here. That's this big area here that you can't quite see that in there. It's having another try at it. If it goes higher, then yeah, there's room to the upside. But let's see what Trump says over the weekend. For the moment, it doesn't look like there's much happening. Looks like it might want to stay in this range. Just looking at the raw price. Is it likely to break out of here? Looking at this low, and this consolidation in this area. Or are you on smaller charts? That's certainly a nice move to the upside there if you were long. I should really read all the messages. Evan said this before I've said anything, which is might get out now though. Been in since yesterday at 5:30 PM. So yeah, he's had a nice move to the upside, but it does look like it's topping out maybe from about here. A nice 300 pip move potentially. Yeah, Evan's telling me to look in the 15-minute. Yeah, I got there. We should talk more. We should be, we should listen to each other, Evan. Yeah, definitely to the upside. It's on the 15. That's looking good, but it does look like it's going to take a little bit to get through this high here, which lines up with these previous highs, as we said. I've not got any other. That's just me looking at raw price of naked trading. And Evan's also saying hello to Will. We'll need to have a catch up. Speaking of which, it is Friday, and that also means that it's a get together night on Apex Brotherhood. Hopefully there'll be some interested in poker tonight. I have one job to do during poker, which is drop my son at Scouts again. He's got an overnight. It's like a camping indoors type thing. That's round about 7. That's due to start. So if we're in poker, I might have to pop out for 20 minutes and do that and be back. So hopefully we get a catch up tonight. I'm feeling very, very under the weather, so I'll not be in full merriment. Evan is just starting to look like it's ended. I just took profit. Well done, Evan. I think that's the right thing to do. Is that you trading that, or is that your bot trading that? I would like to know. But that's been a good move up. So you'll definitely have profit there. So nice trade, mate. Big W. Speaking of big W, Will Davies saying he's done trading for the week now. Yeah, I reckon I'm going to be the same. I say that. I'm saying I've not really traded this week either. So my Forex account hasn't seen any movement this week. So yeah, there's no point in starting trading it on a Friday. So I think it's fresh start on Monday for that. Gold. I'm starting to like gold, so let's get gold. Gold on, and I'll tell you my story of gold. I did start to speak about gold earlier, and the gold. So as you can see here, yeah, you can see most of that. I'll just bring it along that way. There's where I started trading gold on the 12th. 12th, yeah. So that was Tuesday this week. So, what's that telling us? It's telling me that I've really enjoyed trading that range. As you can see, there's a lot of scalping going on whilst it was in the range, and then it caught me out. So, at one point, my high watermark, I was up, day one, $1,000. Day two, I think it was $500 or something. Day three, my high watermark was $2,500, and then it dropped. I got right back down to $500 as some of this move to the downside took me out, but then we got back and we ended yesterday on. I think I'm up 1.8. I'm up 1.8k on this whole effort, which is good going. That's 1.8% on a 100k demo, which is it was nice, but I don't like swinging for the fences. I don't like we're all in up, we're all in down, we're back to where we started, and then it's too tempting to go on tilt and try and make back what you had. I like the strategy when it was bouncing. I like that, but now I've obviously missed out on that full down move that's happened since New York. The market open, the Asian Open. That's happened overnight. I'm now unsure what to do as it's not in a range anymore. So range scalper, success, power moves in a trend, not success. What was I doing here? I was taking all the pullbacks. It was easier to read the point where the market was ready to pull back in the overall, in this area here, certainly in the overall downtrend. So I was trading against the trend as we came from here down to here successfully, and then I took a full stop on that move there, which knocked me back all my progress roughly, and then we probably got lucky to get this move here, because as you can see that topped right on that candle here at the open. That was a holdover. So I think my risk when I'm trading against the trend needs to be much less, and I also need to be ready to go with the trend. But I wasn't able to see my entries as well to go with the trend. I was able to see when it was pushing down and needed to relax, but it was definitely pushing down. 5 minute was pushing down, 15 minute was pushing down, hour was down. It certainly wasn't up, and I'm trading the minute up because the minute had showed me it wasn't wanting to go any further, and I was just taking a cautious target, high lot size up the way, and it was good. And I was getting profit. But as soon as it started trending, I was lost. So I need to adopt the strategy, or adapt the strategy, should I say, that changes from range to trend, and I need to adjust the risk so that the stop, when it does decide to actually do what it actually was telling me it's doing, it's going down, it's going down, it's going down, Scott. But I was trading, I was mostly long yesterday, and and all that I was mostly long, even though it kind of ranged. Yeah, I was short as well, but this latterly yesterday I was long, even though I'm going against it, and I could tell it was getting more difficult. And when I saw it was getting more difficult, that's the point I should have got ready for the down move to happen. But I wasn't reading it. But you learn, you live and learn. So gold, I'm interested to develop that strategy, because it's not the same as what I do in Forex. But it's not far away. It's not far away. It's not far away. But I'm excited about gold. I'm liking it as a mover. I was always scared of it before. Will is going to be prepping for his stream later at 1 p.m. Oh, are you streaming on the Fivers today, Will? Is that a 5%ers? Are they doing are you doing a special on the Fivers? We'll keep an eye out for that. That's often what happens on a Friday afternoon. I've seen some kind of special streams. And Will has been busy doing some admin. Yeah, today I think it's going to be an admin day for me. That big move on gold has got me confounded, so I'm going to have a look at gold and see if anything is fitting, but I think I would rather get my strategy written down for gold, because that's all just been instinct. An instinct strategy, a developing strategy, so I need to do a little bit more to see how that's going to work out and make it successful before any real money goes into it. But admin day today for me as well. I've got a tax return to do, so better doing something than nothing. So all progress is progress. MGN is saying he will be on tonight. He's got a very busy day, so we'll need the relax session later. Yeah, I'm thinking about a nap. I'm thinking if I smash the admin this morning, a nap in the afternoon could be the rejuvenation I need to get me on form for speaking to you guys tonight, you know. It's Evan is saying, no, that was me on oil, bro. That was took profit. That was me. Good. Gold used to scare the shite out of me. Haha. I try not to swear, but there we go. Well made me do it, because I just kept reading. Yeah, gold has been deadly for me when I've traded it in the past. I've gone on just thinking, Forex, just trade it the same, and it doesn't work. Or maybe I'm trading too big, but then sometimes you can't trade any smaller than what the minimum lot size is, and it just moves so fast. Certainly I did notice in the range, you know, the range trading, my stops were tiny because I was trading the 1 minute. So that might be much more difficult to maintain a move when there is volatility and there is a trend down, and your stop can only be so far, and it takes you out before it does what you want to do. So it's the limitations and the balances, and we know that's what trading's all about, to get that balance right between taking a profit, not being greedy, but also not being so fearful that your stop's too tight. It's that balance, isn't it? Yes, it is. Thank you, Scott. Even Will's agreeing. Yes, mate. Exactly. I'm not sure what you're agreeing to, but I'm sure it was just what I said last. Hopefully. Will's saying if we don't get a large poker room, we could always play some repo. Definitely. I was trying to encourage my son to download Repo, and we would have a shot of playing together on that so that I could get some sneaky practicing without you guys. But I do have my wired controller arrived from Amazon yesterday. I went and picked it up from the locker, so I've got that, but I've not experimented with it yet. I've got to say, Repo, when I put Steam on my computer last week, it got so, in fact it is hot just now, but it got so hot. I don't know if it was because I'm running OBS for my camera. I had Discord on, which is resource intensive, yeah, so, and MT5 running everywhere. So yeah, it was. I don't want to play something that's going to cost me a fortune to replace my laptop because it melts, because it was heated up and the fan was going crazy. So we'll have a look at that. I don't have to have everything running because it is a Friday. But we'll look at Repo, yeah. I need to have a shot with the controller and make sure that's controlling it properly, because that's my excuse for last week's poor gameplay, was trying to use old-fashioned keys to control my movements, keys and the mouse. I wasn't much preferring a controller. So we'll see if that works, because it was kind of cheap and generic. Just for my I don't want to invest too much in something I might decide not to do for the future. Excuse me. Right, I'm going to have a drink of my coffee because it's approaching 9 o'clock. And the MJ's saying, aye, we can, that, or I'll be working. I've got about 2 weeks left to finish up the main work on my project, and then another 2 to polish it up before we start with investors. Nice. Exciting times for MGN. Good to see them thriving. And hopefully the hard work pays off and the rewards come in as well. That's what makes it all worthwhile. I feel it does feel like a Friday. For 20 plus years, I've worked 24/7 rotating shifts, early shifts, back shifts, night shifts. No such thing as a weekend. The weekend was the 2 days I had off when I got them off. So weekends don't hold any special significance to me. Not since my younger days, where the weekend meant going out. But weekends, for certainly the last probably 15, 20 years, they're getting more now. But now that I've given up that rat race, I've taken a job now that will allow me to develop my trading into something that's going to be a pillar of how I exist in the future. Yeah, weekends, but Fridays are starting to feel like Fridays because certainly as the kids get older as well, there's more stuff to do at the weekends. They're off as well, so I'm not quite there yet with that Friday feeling, but it does feel different today. It feels relaxed. It is also very sunny outside. Don't know if you can see that the window in the background there. It looks beautiful. A nice mid-May day. Always one of my most favourite times of year. I remember being off when I was studying for exams at school. You got time off to study in May ahead of the exams happening, and end of April, beginning of May. And also Eurovision as well. Eurovision Song Contest must be, I think, is it tonight? Let's have a Google. Not that I'm saying, yeah, I'll not be able to make poker night tonight, guys. I've got the Eurovision finals to watch. I always used Tuesday the 12th of May to Saturday the 16th of May. So tomorrow is a big day. So no excuses for tonight. We've got the Eurovision Song Contest final tomorrow. Absolutely horrendous, terrible songs from round about Europe, which are wildly different in their styles. But for some reason, this time of year and the weather and that sunshine and the plants and grass all starting to grow and green, it's definitely, there's a feeling of growth and renewal. So let's take that as a final thought as we move towards the final minute of the stream, and look forward to the weekend. Reset, relax, review, set yourself up better and improved for when you come back on Monday. If you are in tonight on the poker, then great. Look forward to seeing you. As I say, I'll be in and out and back again, so we'll look forward to that. And it's been a pleasure this morning. Hopefully that's been of some value to you this morning. If you do want anything different looked at or any suggestions for improvement, I'm happy to take constructive criticism as well. Not quite feeling it today. This cold is hovering over me. Sleep is still, my sleep hygiene is not good just now. It's all over the place, but it's been appreciated. Thanks very much for joining me this morning. It's been a pleasure. I'm looking for the outro screen to press and say bid you farewell. Bid you farewell even. Failed at the final hurdle. Good to see you guys. I'll catch you all later. Cheers.